most likely either you or maybe someone you know had to drive along slick roads this morning. Many parts of our viewing area seeing flooding and pooling water after the heavy rain.
Including the underpass at NPID and Leopard. Check it out. Today's rain flooding out this section of road, causing cars like this one to be trapped in high water. And we're told the driver was able to get out, get to safety. But just an example here of what you want to avoid, especially in areas you know are flood prone. It is never, ever worth the risk.
And a similar scene out on the island. Today's downpours flooding out parts of Park Road 22 and causing TxDOT to close that section of road. Our Josh Maxwell spoke with residents and city leaders about where the rain has had the most impact, especially as it relates to drainage around the city. And he joins us now live with more. Josh?
Mike Leslie, I'm here at Coke and LaPan Street, one of the many areas in our viewing area impacted by that heavy rainwater. Now, as you can see behind me, this area dry, but that wasn't the case hours ago. Now, I also spoke with people out in Padre Island near Park Road 22. Here's what they had to tell me.
It's an asshole. We deal with it every time that it floods, and it's kind of a pain to deal with.
Padre Island resident William Bright talking about the partially submerged street that is Park Road 22, one of the many areas across the coastal bend that got hit with heavy rain. He says that if you don't have the right vehicle, it can be difficult to traverse through.
You have to have a truck or something to get through the water. Everyone else that has a car that's low to the ground, they have to stop and turn around, so they're kind of stuck.
Corpus Christi Assistant Director of Public Works Gabriel Hinojosa says that Park Road 22 is one of many areas that are susceptible to flooding during heavy rains.
Anything off of Oso Creek, directly off of Oso Creek's going to have susceptibility to flooding just because when those waters rise in Oso Creek, there's no way for the water to get out from the city.
Hinojosa says that location also plays a vital role in determining an area's proneness to flooding.
You know, any low-lying areas such as, Flower Bluff, the island, North Beach, your topography is basically almost at sea level.
Bright says that in the future he'd like to see something new to combat the situation.
Not the drainage, because the same spots they flood every time it rains like this.
Something Hinojosa says is easier said than done.
It's just the nature of Padre Island, the topography out there. There's really, nothing, channels you can provide, for drainage like you see in the cities.
Now, I did also speak with the towing company that was actually out on Padre Island. The owner of that company does tell me that they were so busy that he was actually helping with dispatch up from 6 a.m., kind of just a testament of how heavy those rain totals were. But to give you guys a more in-depth description as to the why on that, I'll toss it over to Chief Meteorologist Alan Holt. Hey there, Alan.